Years ago, I knew this guy, and man, everything he did, he messed things up. And people tried to correct him. They tried to correct him on small things. They tried to correct him on bigger things. And no matter what, man, he just would have none of it. He would never change. He always had an excuse for why he was going to continue to do it his way. He thought he knew better. And he ended up in prison. I had another friend, and at first he would really take in the correction. He was willing to change. You'd point out something and he'd go, yeah, I need to change that. And at first he really would change for a time, but it would never last. He would always go back to his old way of doing things because in the end, he still thought he knew better. And his life is still a mess. Well, the fifth characteristic of a fool in our beautiful upgraded artwork is that a fool rejects correction. They won't listen to people and change. So we've gone through all these characteristics, and here we are at this fifth one to fill in this portrait of what a fool looks like. And Proverbs 17:10 says, a rebuke cuts into a perceptive person more than 100 lashes on a fool. Because a fool, just no matter how hard they're hit, they don't want any part of it. And one of my favorites, Proverbs 27:22, says, if you grind a fool up in a mortar with a pestle, along with grain, you're not going to separate him from his foolishness. In other words, he's still going to be fool, just ground up fool. It's never going to leave him. He'll always still be the same because he can't be corrected no matter how hard it comes against him. You know, you can try the gentle approach with a fool. You can try the tough approach. You can do the good cop. You can do the bad cop. Doesn't matter. A fool has none of it. They'll always find an excuse for why they're not going to accept the correction and change. They're always going to say, my situation's different, or you just don't understand, or even, what about this and what about that? Well, have you even thought about this and that and the other? And they're always coming up with some sort of reason, and you can knock down reason after reason after reason, excuse after excuse after excuse. In the end, they're just not going to listen. They're going to say, I don't need to change, and you are wrong.